What up, guys? Gangstapranksta here, bringing you the weekly wrestling review for June 2nd. How's it going? Welcome to the show. If you're new to the show, this is where we talk everything about professional wrestling. From news, reviews, to predictions, we talk about it all. So if you're a fan of professional wrestling, welcome to the show. What do we have on today's show? Well, we got reviews for Raw, Smackdown, Impact, and Ring of Honor. Basic show, no pay-per-views. That's next week. We got predictions for TNA Slammiversary, but let's focus on this show. Oh, and a bunch of wrestling news, you know, the usual. So first off, we got a review for Raw. This is all the stuff that happened last week, not this week. That will be coming up hopefully this weekend. Trying to get up to date on everything. This is a little late, but better late than never. So first off, we have Raw. This Raw, now when I read things about it, and I didn't read good things about it. People hated this show from what I read. And to me personally, it wasn't all bad. Like, there was some pretty good stuff, and I will talk about that in a second. But like, when I read this, I dreaded watching this because like all the negativity this got. People were like, "Oh, it was a boring show," blah blah blah. The only thing that was really boring was the opening, which I'll talk about right now. Raw, it starts out with the Big Show, and he talks about John Cena and a bunch of other things. That was the only really boring part, was Big Show starting the show off and talking. That was it. Everything else was okay. So yeah, it was a very boring way to start the show, but whatever. Next we got Alberto Del Rio versus Santino Marella. Okay match, Del Rio wins. Next we got Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger versus R-Truth and Kofi Kingston tag team title match. Pretty good match. Truth and Kofi win. After the match, Dolph says he's better than this, and he kind of storms off, kind of hinting at some separation. So yeah, that was that. Next we got John Laurinaitis comes out and makes a couple matches, and then reveals a cover for WWE 13, the game, with himself on the cover. CM Punk comes out and talks about the real cover with him on it, and he kicks Laurinaitis out of the ring so he can have his match. So it's CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan. Good match. This was good. This was like the best thing on the show. So it was a good match. Bryan wins. After the match, Kane attacks Bryan and tries to attack Punk, but AJ hands Punk a chair to defend himself. Later, well, I guess we can talk about it right now, but on SmackDown it was confirmed that it's going to be a three-way at No Way Out. Almost forgot the name of the pay-per-view. It's going to be Kane versus Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk, which I think it's interesting that they're adding Kane to the whole feud. I would have liked another singles match, Kane and Daniel Bryan, because they had such a fantastic match at Over the Limit, but I don't know if it's going to be better or worse with Kane involved. I'd like to hope it's better, but I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. So far, it's okay. It's pretty good. Next, we got Christian versus Miz. Pretty good match. Christian wins. After the match, Miz is in the ring. He's angry about everything. And Randy Orton comes out and tells him to chill with an RKO. He just gives him an RKO and, you know, puts the Miz to sleep. Fine with me. Next, we got Sheamus versus David Otunga. Okay match. Sheamus wins. And last but not least, so throughout the whole show, Big Show got to choose his opponents. And, you know, he was going around everybody, kind of like bullying them. Brodus Clay steps up to the plate. So we got Brodus versus Big Show. Match never happened. Show just destroyed Brodus. He just beat the shit out of Brodus. Destroyed him. And he just wrecked him. Wreck shop. Kicked his ass to Kingdom Come. Kofi Kingston, R-Truth tried to help Brodus, but they got taken out as well. And, see, that was just the end of the show. Big Show just beat the hell out of Brodus, Kofi, and R-Truth. That was it. No John Cena on the show. Very interesting. Well, I guess it's not that interesting, but this, was this the show? Yeah, this is the one that got the low rating, and, WWE freaked out, and, you know, they're kind of saying that, oh, John Cena wasn't there, so that was the reason, but whatever. So next we got TNA Impact. This was their first live show, coming, whatever, their first live show, that's it, whatever. Back being live, because this isn't their first live show. This is the first live show in a while. Not their first live show in general, but whatever. It starts out with Robert Roode versus Sting lumberjack match. Pretty good match. Sting wins. After the match, Hogan comes out and says Sting and Roode will face each other at Slammiversary for the world title. Sure, whatever. I don't really care, to be honest. Next, we got Bully Ray comes out and calls out Joseph Park. Joseph comes out and Bully tries to piss Joseph off so he will hit him. Joseph grabs him but backs off. Bully calls him coward. And Joseph challenges him to a match. And Bully says they'll fight at Slammiversary. This thing, more than anything, I couldn't care less about. Like, this is the least interesting thing on TNA right now. Like, I hate it, the Joseph Park Bully Ray thing, and now they're gonna have it at Slammiversary. Like, the whole storyline is just boring to me. I'm not interested. Whatever. Abyss is probably gonna come back. I don't know what they're gonna do with Joseph Park, but I don't know. Whatever. I just don't care. I don't care. Next, we got Chris Sabin versus Austin Aries X Division title match. Pretty good match. Aries wins. Next, Dixie Carter comes out and announces that at Slammiversary, TNA will induct someone into their brand new Hall of Fame. We'll talk about that more in a second. Next, and after that, Dixie brings out Brooke Hogan. Brooke comes out and says she's excited to help out with things, blah, blah, blah. I laughed the whole time. Like, all I could think about was, what a joke. First off, a Hall of Fame? What the? Why? You don't need a fucking Hall of Fame. You know, who's going to be in it? Sting, Hogan, Macho Man? You want to put Owen Hart because he's not going to be in the WWE Hall of Fame? Throw Chris Benoit in there too. How about an Eddie Guerrero? Who else? Macho. Did I say Macho Man? Throw in Macho Man. I really could care less about TNA Hall of Fame. I don't think this is the thing that they need right now. Like, Hall of Fame is just stupid. Just pointless. It's really pointless to me. And the person that they'll induct, it's either Sting or Hogan. Or Jeff Jarrett, even. Might be Jeff Jarrett. So, yeah, that was that. And then the whole Brooke Hogan thing, and it was just whatever. Oh, God. Nightmares. Nightmares. So yeah, that was that. Like, what are your thoughts on TNA Hall of Fame? Like, what do you care? Do you care about it? Because I don't. I really don't care. I think it's pointless, it's stupid, and yeah, that's my opinion. It's dumb. Really no need for it. That's it. There's really no need for it. So yeah, that was that. Next we got Devon versus Jeff Hardy TV title match. Pretty good match. Hardy wins by DQ after Robbie E and Rob Terry interfere and attack Hardy and Devon. Next we got Taz and Al Snow and Bruce Pritchard are in the ring for the Gut Check Challenge. Joey Ryan comes out. The judges give their opinion. Pritchard says no, Al says yes, and Taz says no. Joey and Taz were kind of getting into it, but nothing really happened. So Joey Ryan doesn't get a job. What a fucking joke. That's all I have to say. This Gut Challenge thing just became a joke. Like, you sign Alex Silva but deny Joey Ryan? What the fuck? Joey Ryan has so, like, comparing him to Alex Silva, Joey Ryan and Alex Silva, like, Joey Ryan, bar none, 100 times better than Alex Silva. One, he has more ring experience. Two, he has a gimmick, the whole porn star look kind of thing with his mustache, like a guy stuck in the past. And two, he has so much charisma. You know, he can talk on the mic. He's not shy in front of a crowd. You know, he knows how to wrestle. He's wrestled in front of for pay-per-views and stuff. Like, compared to Alex Silva, who doesn't really have that much experience under his belt, Joey Ryan just like it's a no-brainer, to be honest. But they make it seem like they're kind of gonna push towards a storyline, maybe between Taz and Joey Ryan. I don't know. They better do something. I've heard things that Joey Ryan will be back, but for him to Well, I guess you can work into a storyline saying he was overconfident or something, but when you have Alex Silva, and he's the first guy that gets a contract, well, he kind of got fluked into it because of fucking what Flair did. You know, he wasn't supposed to say yes, but he said it anyways. So I guess, I don't know. But it's stupid. They should have signed Joey Ryan. And last but not least, Christopher Daniels versus AJ Styles. Good match. Styles wins. After the match, Kazarian and Daniels attack AJ. Kurt Angle tries to make the save, but Daniels takes him out. Kazarian ties Angle to the ropes with some plastic things. Like, I guess handcuffs were too expensive, you know. But whatever. It looked really dumb with the plastic thing. After that, Daniels plays a recorded call of Dixie and AJ, and Dixie comes out, starts freaking out, and tells people to take Impact off air. So, I guess Dixie's finally acknowledging the whole Kazarian Daniels thing. Like, why to take? I would have liked it if they came out during the Dixie Brooke Hogan thing. That would have saved it. Oh God, Dixie and Brooke Hogan. Oh God, that was brutal. And if Kazarian and Daniels would have made an appearance, that would have made it so much better. But finally, I don't know. This whole, I don't know what to say about this. I really don't like it. For the simple fact that they're involving Dixie Carter, I don't think she should be on TV whatsoever. Or at least, okay, maybe be involved as like an executive decision. But, like, not in a storyline, especially this one with AJ, who is a good Christian boy, and this type of thing, he goes against everything he believes in, but, I don't know, whatever. Maybe I'm reading too much into this. Anyways, we got SmackDown. Sheamus comes out, talks about Alberto Del Rio. David Otunga comes out, demands an apology for John Laurinaitis. Sheamus says no. Del Rio comes out and backs up Otunga. They start trying to intimidate Sheamus until Sheamus gives Otunga a bro kick. Next we got Sin Cara making his return to SmackDown since his injury, taking on Heath Slater. Okay match. Sin Cara wins. He had a nice little setup. Not used like before. He had the blue and yellow, and here he had like a red and silver kind of costume. Pretty cool looking. Not really. I think the blue and yellow is better. Next we got Damian Sandow versus Ezekiel Jackson. Blah match. Sandow wins. And this is another guy that needs a new finisher. It's 2012. If your finisher is a DDT or a neck breaker, go fuck yourself. That's all I gotta say. His finisher is a neck breaker. Come the fuck on. It's 2012. Where we're like past like the stage of ECW where like, you know, in regular wrestling like a WWF, you know, you hit a guy with a chair, he's done. You're gonna pin him 1, 2, 3. Sometimes he'll kick you out, blah blah blah. You hit a guy with a chair in ECW, he's not even gonna. You're not even gonna get to pin him. Like, after seeing all that with ECW and kind of stuff, like, for a guy to have a finisher like a neck breaker, it looks stupid. It looks stupid. You could say, oh, he's got the cross tie neck breaker. Who cares? It's still a neck breaker. It looks lame as hell. Next we got Ryan Shelton and Chris Lyons versus Ryback. Blah match. Ryback wins. Next we got Sheamus versus Dolph Ziggler. This was a good match. Sheamus won. Next we got Darren Young and Titus O'Neil. Now they're going to be referred to as primetime players. Took on the team of Santino Marella and Zack Ryder. Okay match. Santino and Ryder win. After the match, Big Show comes out and attacked Ryder and Santino. Next we got Cody Rhodes versus Tyson Kidd. Okay match. Cody wins. Next we got Kane versus CM Punk. WWE title match. Good match. No one wins after Daniel Bryan interferes and takes out Kane and Punk. Punk and Bryan fight for a little until Kane double choke slams them, and then John Laurinaitis comes out and makes a three-way for No Way Out. I already talked about this earlier. Next we got Ring of Honor TV. They just recapped Border Wars, the pay-per-view that happened a couple weeks ago, and showed the Kevin Steen versus Davey Richards match. So if you didn't watch that, go check out Ring of Honor. And if you don't know how to watch Ring of Honor, what you want to do is you want to go to ROHWrestling.com, go sign up for an account, make the free account, and you can watch the show there every Thursday. They upload it there. It's an hour, solid wrestling, and if you're a fan of professional wrestling and you're not watching Ring of Honor, shame on you. Next, we got some news, some big, some small news. Well, I don't know, it depends how you take the first one. Don West has left TNA Wrestling. PWInsider.com is reporting the reason for West's departure is because he was offered a job he couldn't turn down. West will be taking a job as general manager of the Wakatchee Wild hockey team in Wakatchee. I don't know how to pronounce this. Wenatchee, Washington, wherever the fuck that is. Also, Shannon Morris finished with TNA. He wants to pursue other business ventures, so more power to the guy. So let's break this down. First, we got Don West. Don West, he started out as a TNA announcer, and then they replaced him with Taz. And then he was doing the whole, just trying to sell stuff for TNA. And we've never heard anything of him, after that. And so yeah, not a big loss, I think. Maybe backstage because he's been there for a long time, since the conception of TNA. He was one of the first guys there, I believe. I could be wrong. I believe though. So I don't know. So that's whatever. Also, Shannon Moore being finished with TNA. He hasn't appeared in a while. He could have been a good thing for the X division, just to been another star. But for the most part, it's whatever. He kind of just lost his. Well, after Inc. broke, or Jesse Neal got fired, he didn't really appear. So it's whatever. But a lot of people have been leaving TNA / being fired, whatever. Ric Flair, Alex Shelley, Anarchia. There's a lot of people. So does this mean they might be bringing some new talent in? We'll have to wait and see. I like this, though. I like the fact that they're trimming down the roster. The roster is way too big. Way, way, way too big. They got like 50 guys. Probably a lot shorter now. But they got just a ton of guys that they never use. And, so let these guys go to WWE, Ring of Honor, or somewhere else instead of just doing nothing. Because if they're not working, they're not making money, and that sucks. So, I still would like to see guys like a Doug Williams appear, a Mark Haskins. They should tag team, actually. They're both British, right? I believe. Not, maybe another, British Invasion tag team. Maybe even throw Magnus. He's not doing anything now. So yeah, that's that. Next, WWE 13 has some confirmed roster people. Some confirmed stars for the video game WWE 13. You're gonna have your standard roster, your modern stars: John Cena, Del Rio, Christian, Sin Cara, Rock, Wade Barrett. But, with the inclusion of the Attitude Era, there's been some confirmed stars. I'm just going to run through them real quickly. So we got guys like Steve Austin, The Rock, Triple H, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Eddie Guerrero, Edge, Christian, New Age Outlaws, Road Warriors, X-Pac, Vince McMahon, Shane McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, Mankind, Dude Love, Cactus Jack, Trish Stratus, Alita, Big Show, Kane, Davey Boy Smith, Vader, Ken Shamrock, Mark Henry, The Godfather, and Big Boss Man. And Mike Tyson is also supposed to be a playable character, which is interesting. But yeah, that's confirmed. That's from a reliable source, the Wrestling Observer, a credible wrestling news website. And the list isn't even done. It's not done yet, so that's awesome. that they're planning a huge roster for this. So those are confirmed names. Ken Shamrock, that's interesting. Big Boss Man, Godfather. I personally would like to see Too Cool appear. A Goldust. He was big in the Attitude Era. Val Venus. Some of those guys. So yeah, that was that. And APA. I would like to see the APA, Farouk and Bradshaw. I think that would be pretty awesome. Hopefully they get included. That just came to me right now. And the Headbangers. God, I could go on and on. So yeah, that was that. Those are confirmed people for the WWE 13 video game. So it sounds good. And last but not least, we got the biggest news this week. Randy Orton has been suspended for 60 days after failing another wellness policy test. According to superluchas.net, Randy Orton violated the WWE wellness policy when he tested positive for both marijuana and a steroid called Dianabol. The report notes that the drug test taken by Orton initially revealed that he had tested positive for marijuana, which results in a $2,500 fine by WWE. Upon further investigation of the drug test, it was revealed that Orton had tested positive for Dianabol. Dianabol is an oral anabolic steroid, which is typically used by bodybuilders. So, this is a second violation, which 60 days. He failed one previously a couple years ago. So, that's huge. That's a big hit for SmackDown, in my opinion. Like, that's huge. Like, so many people are getting suspended. You know, Jericho, Rey Mysterio, now Randy Orton. Like, it's crazy right now, crazy. But with the you know lack of WWE like main eventers like a Chris Jericho or a Randy Orton, we get guys like a Daniel Bryan who gets pushed to the top. You know. Now he's used more prominently. You know, he was just in a world title match, and now he's in a WWE title match. So that's crazy. So that's cool to see. Hopefully, I wonder who else they're gonna push. You know, I don't know. I was gonna start thinking about it, but then the commentary will go to shit. So yeah, I'll stop thinking about it. But who would you like to see pushed now that you know Rey Mysterio is out of the picture? Not Del Rio, Orton, Jericho, they're kind of pushed to the side. Undertaker, you know, he hasn't appeared in a while. Brock Lesnar, Triple H, you know, they're kind of all on the sidelines. So who would you like to see pushed up? Personally, I'd like to see a Dolph Ziggler. I'd like to see him make a presence, an impact, no pun intended. Well, it's not a pun because I'm talking about WWE. Dolph Ziggler is like the biggest one for me. That's it. So yeah, leave who would you like to see kind of step it up with you know, all these big names kind of out of play right now, I guess you would say. So yeah, leave that in the comments. That's it for the weekly wrestling review. I mean, so yeah, I thought it was some pretty interesting stuff. So next week we got reviews for Raw, SmackDown, Impact, Ring of Honor, and predictions for TNA Slammiversary. So check that out next week. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give a thumbs up. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch us next time. And that's about it, guys. Peace out.